I was truly born loving antique cars. I can remember when I was so small that when I was looking at a friend's Model A that I'd have to pull myself up with the door handle to look in the car. I ended up being a 1929 Oldsmobile collector. Surely happenstance, there was a 29 Olds in Peoria that everybody and their grandmother wanted, doctors, lawyers, etc., and had a lot more money than I had, but I got picked out by the gentleman who had possession of it. I was asked if I wanted another old car. I had a model. Well, you don't ask an antique car guy if you want another old car or not. And I said, sure. I had had dreams about finding an antique car in a barn, and it was mine. They used to run a livery stable in Peoria back when it was horses. Well, there's the barn. We opened that door and it squeaked like an old barn door did. And I looked in there and there was the fuzziest car I'd ever seen. It was up on blocks. And I thought, what in the devil? Well, what they had done is over the years they'd pour motor oil all over the car. And that preserved the car. But it also made it mighty sticky for dust. And you could write your name in the fender with ease. In fact, he said, Mother never, ever let this car get rained on. If it was Saturday and time to go get groceries, she'd wait till Sunday or Monday or something. Normally I never tell prices, but it's so fascinating. Back then he wanted $1,200 for it. And he said, well, what do you think? And I said, well, I like the car, I can restore it, I can do it. He said, I will give you what that car was advertised for in the magazines in 1929. Okay? You show me the magazine with the 1050, it's yours. So a couple days later, I took the magazine down there and put it on the table. I got the car for $10.50. He made a comment. Well, now maybe those SOBs will leave me alone. Well, he was talking about all these doctors and lawyers and antique car people trying to buy it from him. Well, it wasn't until he made that comment that I realized I had just bought the car that could not be bought. Okay, this car was in Uruguay, and this thing is truly a survivor. Hugo hit. The hangar is gone. The plane is destroyed. But this car sitting under the right wing broke and just kind of laid down over the car and protected it. And I had found out they'd only built 9 of them. It looked to me like it was a 29 instead of a 28. But I couldn't find any plates or anything on it that would verify it. And then one evening I was out there and I noticed a vertical crack in the seat riser board. Well, they had used a real heavy paint of some kind. I started picking at it, and sure enough, the serial number plate was under there. And it confirmed it was a 29. And that's when I found out there was only 9 of these built. That it was a survivor of a hurricane and foreign ownership and all that. And I thought, I went to this car to go all out with it. So it's kind of funny. I never had the desire to drive this one. Never did. I was going all out, full bore show competition, which is what I did. I have since competed. I'm in 3 national clubs, the National Antique Oldsmobile Club, and then the Oldsmobile Club of America, and then the big boys, the AACA, Antique Automobile Club of America. There's nobody bigger than that. I've won top honors in both the clubs, and then in AACA I've repeated the top honor 5 times. And initially I was going for 3 and stopped, but then the more I thought about it, I said, no, I'm going to go till I can't. And it's been a couple of years since I've shown it, but the last time out I still got it. Of course, when you don't drive it and we use products like yours, heaven only knows how long I can go. That measly $5,000 that I started with turned into be $101,000 that I've got in this thing. I will kick off and I will still own this car, but it won't be the end of the life of the car because it's going to AACA in Hershey, Pennsylvania. In fact, I now have the entire 29 product line of the 6-cylinder Oldsmobiles. I've got them all. and they are all going to AACA. So people will get to see them after I'm gone.